Geronimo by Shepherd. You're listening to Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. I am White Shadow, and I'm joined in the studio by the singer, songwriter, and all-round general creative genius, Jade Thornton.
Hello!
Woo woo!
Yo.
Jade, why have you been? You weren't here last week because you were busy doing stuff. And
Yeah, I was. I was in Clapham.
you was in Clapham.
I was in Clapham playing a street party.
A street party.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Whose party was it? Was it the
St.
party
John's
district?
Hill, apparently.
St. John's Hill party.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's wow.
It was fun. It was interesting, yeah.
I've never gone to a party dedicated to a hill before.
No, it's an annual street party, so there was quite a lot of like drinky, and people were happy. There was loads of pubs, loads of places to eat, loads of food.
Awesome. You know, in Egham, there's a road called Blue Ball Lane. Maybe we could have a Blue Ball party.
What?
Yeah.
What? Possibly, street parties are great. I love street parties.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Street.
I thought they only existed in like TV shows, and I was like, I didn't know that people actually had street parties.
I think, as a general rule of thumb, if a film exists, it's because whatever content is in a film somehow exists.
Sorry, what, you lost me?
Yeah.
Well, it's not fabricated, basically, is what you're saying.
Well, it's probably fabricated quite a bit, but I mean,
It was fun.
It
It was dandy. Yeah.
awesome. It's gonna be one of them days.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Care Bears.
You see, you started talking to me about this before we went on air, and I don't...
Yeah.
Do you mean the programme?
See, I was like, I want to
franchise?
test this and find out where this topic's going to go today. And I was like, the Care Bears. And Jade was like, what?
I don't know what you're on about.
Is it a band? Is it a suite? What's going on?
Yeah, because I know Care Bears is the little like pink and yellow and blue bears and stuff with the little like rainbows on their stomach.
That's right, the Care Bears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the 14th of September was their debut from 33 years previous.
Damn.
I know, just a few days ago, it had been 33 years since they were first aired on the TV.
Wait, they were a programme?
They were a programme.
Didn't
They
know
were-
that.
they
I
were-
just know them as toys.
There was a programme long before there was toys.
Damn.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cray.
So cray. Yes. And last week, I think it was last Saturday or last Friday, was like 37 years since the first episode of Only Fools and Horses.
No.
aired. Yes. I know, right? I'm pretty sure it was last Friday. I can't
Wow.
remember. I've slept
crazy.
since then.
Have you?
I have. yeah.
Amazing.
I know, right? I'm still sleeping now.
This is all a dream. Baby. I don't know why I turned into that song. Yeah.
All the songs in the world that could have moved into. And it had to be that one. Oh, talking about songs, I've got some interesting songs lined up today.
Oh, I love the second one. I haven't heard the first one, though.
You haven't heard the first one?
I probably have.
You
I don't know,
have.
but I don't recognise the title.
Tom Jones did a cover of it. And yeah,
No bells be ringing. No bells be ringing. That's not the name of the song.
Yeah,
No bells be ringing.
I'm going to make a song and call it No Bells Ringing.
Okay.
That's an amazing title.
Okay. Copyright now.
We-
Done. Mine. Nobody else could take it.
I'm just thinking maybe the lyrics could be about not remembering something, and
Me
so
on a daily basis.
you're incapable of singing about it because you can't remember anything about it.
Give me a few years and I might have a song for you.
Just don't forget the song.
Can't guarantee anything. There, let's play some tunes.
What?
Let's play some tunes.
Let's play some. All right, let's play some tunes. Let's do this. New host. Stick around to Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. Before that, we were listening to Burning Down the House by the Talking Heads. And now you do know the song, don't you?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. You're listening to Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. I am White Shadow. And this is...
Jade! Hello? What? What? No, just stop going silent! No! I have to hold the air! No!
Did you know the Volkswagen... Oh my God, the look she just gave me. Whoa. I'm scared now.
You should be.
I'm scared.
You really should be.
Volkswagen Beetle.
Yes.
The Volkswagen are planning on stopping a production of it
No.
in 2019. Yes.
Oh, that's really sad.
I know, right? But before they do, they're
I got
making...
cut up one by the other day, so I'm not really that sad.
Oh, priorities.
No, that is sad. Why?
They are because I think purchasing, I think sales are just dropping. They dropped a fair bit. But before they do that, they're going to release.
Drop it into a film or two, that'll boost it.
Yeah, they already did the Love Bug Herbie thingy majiggy many years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could do a sequel. Herbie returns. Herbie
Again.
goes skiing.
Again, Herbie goes to the garage.
Herbie goes to the garage. Yeah.
Herbie gets cut. Herbie gets axed. Herbie's in a scrapyard. 4.
See, there's potential. There's potential. The
There's
resurrection
potential,
of
but doesn't mean
Herbie.
you have to explore it.
After Is It a Scrappy, we could do the resurrection of Herbie.
Oh my god, should we do it?
Yes, let's make this happen.
Amateur film.
I'm going to start a fundraising campaign for this later today. Crowdfunding. That was pretty much the only thing that got Herbie, that got the Beetle into the mainstream all them years ago. Yeah. See, Volkswagen, it was originally called the Volkswagen. It wasn't called the Beetle. It was called the Volkswagen.
Did you hear about the yogurt brand that went up in sales because of that new Netflix film?
No.
You know, is it Yakult? I think it might be.
I'm guessing it's a yogurt.
Yeah, because they drink one in the film, and because of that, it's gone up by like 4 or 5% the sales.
Wow.
Yeah. How sad is that? Who watches a film and goes, all right, I think his name's like Noah something. Oh, he's going to drink that yogurt drink. I'm going to drink it as well.
I want to be like him.
I can understand cars, right? Because you're like, okay, that looks like a pretty cool car. Like, it goes well. It looks cool. I'm going to get a Beetle. Well, no, it says no one ever that a Beetle looks cool. But, and you don't go, all right, he's drinking a Yakult. I'm going to go out and buy a crate. He's not going to automatically date you, is he? Like, come on. I don't understand.
No,
I fail to understand.
No, I don't know if it's that or it just sort of reminds you that that thing exists. I know there's been occasions in the past I've seen somebody tucking into a meal on TV and I've been like, oh my God, I haven't had that for ages. I want one now.
Fairs. Yeah.
I want one now. I don't necessarily think I want to be just like him. I want to be a man cub. It's just... I tend to think, oh my God, I haven't had a cola in ages. I'm going to get that now.
Product placement.
Yes, it works. It works.
It does.
This is why it's all. This is why Harry Potter's like walking around with Lucasade in his hand.
Imagine. It's like on Coronation Street now. They've got a Costa. They've got a Costa on Coronation Street, and something else like a Co-op or something. That's like product placement to the max. Other coffee shops are available.
Little Things Coffee House. Shout out.
Yeah. Like, it's just, no, come on. They're like, you see them like hold it to the camera and they're like, yeah, this is a... Or it's like completely the opposite and you can see someone's blatantly got like a MacBook and they've got a fat sticker over the front or like a sticker of a pear or a banana. And I'm like... Oh, just get the rights.
Saying this is not an advert.
Yeah.
FYI.
Man, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh. I know they're getting sponsorship deals into everything now. I've seen it in PC games as well. You can be strutting down the road in a little role-playing game. You look on the wall and there's a poster of the next big TV release or something and you're like, oh.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's everywhere.
People just try and buy advertising space. Like, anyway, like I was watching an episode of The Simpsons the other day. Have you seen that episode where the church goes like is borderline, I don't know whether the word is going bust, but they don't have enough money to run.
Yes.
And they rent out the church for advertising space.
Yes. I remember seeing that.
Simpsons is the future. I
oh,
swear.
yeah,
That'll probably happen one day.
Do you know, I did a whole show a few months, I think it might have been the summer term last year now, I can't remember, about the predictions that the Simpsons have got right.
I find that really interesting.
There's way over...
Like Trump. Scary.
I know.
It's really scary.
I know. There are so many other things I can't... Like, was it Fox that was bought out by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, something like that. I know,
A little while ago, and
insane.
and The Simpsons had
I
that in
don't
one
think
of
I'll
their
ever get
episodes.
bored of The Simpsons.
And there are so many other things
Yeah,
that Simpsons
it's
have
crazy.
predicted that might still happen in the future. So
Scary.
I'm going down to the bookies after watching Simpsons and putting a bet on unlikely things to happen because the Simpsons said they will, so they will. So I'm going to win.
They say that Trump's going to get impeached. That'd be grand.
Yes, that would be interesting. That would be interesting.
Please, Matt Groening, if you're listening.
But then Lisa Simpson is supposed to be becoming the next president after Donald
God.
Trump.
I'm so down for that.
And she's left to pick up the pieces.
I'm so down for that.
Can you imagine? I know, right?
I'd be so here for Lisa Simpson.
But do you reckon there'd be
president.
free saxophone lessons for all?
Oh my God, that would be amazing. You're selling it to me 100%. I love Lisa Simpson. She's my spirit animal. I love her. Watched her as I was growing up, and I was like, yeah, that's a girl that's like smart and not like, boys, 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 you know? It's true. She's a great character. I think she's one of the best, to be honest.
She is a legend. She's the only one in this whole of The Simpsons with a brain cell. I'm sure of it. Mm-hmm. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
100%.
I totally agree.
Yes. Anyway, yeah. Volkswagen Beetle.
Got some Simpsons. Yeah, Beetle, sorry.
Yes,
I'm so rude
Beetle.
for interrupting.
No, that's all right. It's cool. It's cool. It's a talk show. It's what we're here for. Talking. It's all good. Chill. We got this. See, yeah, because Beetle, when Beetle first started coming about, it was really up against some issues, especially in the marketing world,
Like?
because it was promoted and supported by Adolf Hitler.
Oh yeah, I remember studying this in GCSE. I remember they used to like give them out to families that would have children.
Yes,
Because they were like, because they used to give like medals to people that would have children. He'd be like, if you have one child, I'll give you a medal. 2 children. Oh no, they would give out loans to parents, and then they were like, you have 1 child, and we'll take 200. I don't know German currency. Deutschmark. It was something else back then. I think it was just marks. Maybe.
Or
I
maybe
can't
just
remember.
Deutsch.
Yeah, something like that. We'll take 200 off. You have another child, we'll take like 400 off. And basically, if you have 5 children, we'll give you 1,000, whatever, for free. And then they started giving out like Beetles and Volkswagens.
Yes.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, carry on.
So yeah, after that phase, nobody was really interested in buying the Beetle because of its background, its roots, kind of thing. And then the Herbie film came out, the Love Bug, whatever it's called, and in like the 70s, 80s, I think, I can't remember now. And then all of a sudden, growth started happening. People started wanting it.
That's clever marketing.
It's very clever marketing. Yes,
It's very clever marketing.
It's very clever marketing. But before they stop selling the Beetle next year, they're producing 2 very limited edition, special edition
Bet they'd
thingy-majiggies.
be worth a lot of money in the future, but you'd have to pay a lot for them right now.
Yes, I think the cars would be sort of priced from £17,500 onwards.
Oh, it's good thing I'm sat down, isn't it?
I don't.
Oh my God.
I know, right? I know.
Right?
But I know, right?
They better go like a Ferrari.
But they haven't ruled out the possibility of reproducing the Beetle again one day in the future, many years down the line,
Damn.
when we're old and grey and got Zimmer frames. And...
I don't think I'd get to an age where I'd be like, you know what? I want a Beetle.
People said
That'd be a
that.
dark day.
People said that about records once.
Yeah, people said that about a lot of things.
People was like, do you remember them olden days when them Wallies were using LPs? And now everybody's like, oh, I want an
now
LP.
they're like a big thing because
Yeah.
they're like retro. I'm like, oh, come on.
I know, how is a reproduction a retro?
Exactly.
That's what I don't get.
Exactly.
I've never understood that.
Like the genuine artifacts from then. Like my dad has like, not that they're artifacts, but like boxes and boxes of vinyls. They are legit retro
Yes.
things. But then if you're just like reproducing like Ed Sheeran on vinyl, it's on a vinyl, but it's Ed Sheeran. It's not retro.
No, exactly.
You can't be blasting like Castle on the Hill and,
And
be
it's
like,
a new
oh
LP
my God, this is amazing.
created for this purpose. That
Exactly.
LP wasn't there 30 years ago.
And LPs are so expensive. They're like £25 for albums that come out.
I know.
And then you can get them, the older ones, for like 50p in a charity shop. I'm like, I wonder which one.
Or you can download the digital for 1/3 of the price.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm so like conflicted when it comes to what media I get my music on. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I like the convenience of having an MP3 download, just having to stick my headphones on and just listen.
Yeah.
But then again, because I drive, I like to have CDs. But then again, I can always just plug my iPod in and listen to it. But I just like the physicality of a CD.
Yes, this is something I'm starting to really miss, is actually having a physical thing in your hand.
I still go for CDs. Nine times out of 10.
I still prefer them to some extent. I do.
I might have bought like 2-3 albums ever on iTunes, and one of them was like from a mate.
Yeah, so I'm exactly the same. I like to actually physically own a copy.
And then put it onto my iTunes and put it onto my iPod.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I do exactly the same thing with games. Whenever I buy a game, if there's an option to get a CD delivered to me, I will do that.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I don't want a digital download. I want something I can hold, I can touch. And this is why a lot of ebook readers and Kindles and things are still struggling too, because so many people out there still like to own a physical copy of
I find them really
ebook.
weird. Kindles throw me off. Like the whole, the background of the paper looks like a book, but it's on an electronic device.
I know.
It really throws me off. I think the back of the screen should be like a phone screen. That's what really throws me off. In my head, I don't think it should look like that. I kind of like how it, I don't know, I'm really conflicting myself here.
I remember watching a documentary. I don't read. I remember watching a documentary a little while back about youngsters in a school. It was a toddler's sort of age, and they were handed out paperback books by the teacher, and they started trying to scroll down the page.
No!
They tried to scroll down the page. They were so used to reading from screens
actually broken my
that
heart.
they didn't even know to turn the page.
I'm actually gobsmacked.
The teacher had to dedicate about half an hour to teach them how to turn a page because they were trying to scroll down it.
I'm speechless. No way.
Yes way. I know, it's scary, isn't it?
That is terrifying.
Yes. Children are actually learning to scroll before they're learning to turn a page. That's where the future's headed.
So close to swearing right now because I'm that shocked. That's crazy.
Oh, well, shall we throw on a few tunes while you try to recover from that?
Oh, I can't believe that.
Stick around to Insanity Radio, 103.2 FM.
Cry in the corner.
Blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die, dabba-dee, dabba-die. Dabba-dee-dabba-die. Eiffel 65. Before that, we're listening to Ain't No Rest for the Wicked by Cage the Elephant. You're listening to Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. I am Light Shadow, and I am joined in the studio by the singer, songwriter, and all-round general creative genius.
Me, Jade. Apparently,
It's a me, a Jade.
It's a me. Yes.
And I've got my fingers crossed that later in the show, Jade is going to do a couple of songs for us.
Yeah, could do.
Because pretty much all of last week, you were releasing every single day a new cover from ABBA.
Yeah, boy.
And oh my gosh, they were so amazing.
I'll see if I can do one of them in full.
They were so amazing. And Mamma Mia,
I've been treated by you. I love that song.
And it was your cover of it is amazing. Your voice just works so beautifully with that tempo and that pitch and just everything about it. It's just, ABBA's got nothing on Jade.
I love ABBA so much.
ABBA has got nothing on Jade.
No, don't say that. ABBA is ABBA.
No.
Yeah.
You've heard it here. I have said it today,
no,
and
ABBA
I stand by it.
No,
ABBA has nothing on Jade.
I'm sorry, I disagree. Terry's saying that's not me. Completely disagree.
Have you heard of the Sunspot Solar Observatory?
No.
It's the observatory that's been set up specifically to monitor and watch the sun and the sort of the area around it. And there are some conspiracy theories starting to form all of a sudden because the FBI sent in a Black Hawk helicopter, evacuated the building, shut it all down, and didn't explain to anybody why. They called the police to help support them in escorting everybody. This is just a few weeks back.
Okay.
2 or 3 weeks back.
I'm interested, yeah.
And yeah, this is all the information we have. They called in police to help support them in evacuating the building and the observatory, and they just shut everything down, stopped all the feeds, everything, and just didn't say anything about why.
Wow.
I know. It's scary,
What do you
isn't
think
it?
it was?
So I
know what you're going to say.
I want to say aliens.
On the sun, though.
They were near the sun. If the observatory is pointing in that general direction,
Near the sun.
It could be. The sun is like a bazillion million miles away from here. So it could have been anywhere between here and the sun.
Surely they would have just melted to a crisp, like burned. To a crisp.
But they might have been nearer to us than they were to the sun.
But what would you see as proof of aliens? A UFO?
Well,
Because if you're not looking at a piece of land, like another planet, then the only thing that you could see would be a UFO. Unless they're just like in spacesuits, like floating and who knows where.
Yeah, and in fairness, there are so many shards of scrap metal and things floating around in space that could easily look like some sort of
Such
saucer.
a franchise off of aliens,
Just like
though. It's unreal.
E.T. floating. I know. And Predator.
So many what ifs.
I know.
So many what ifs.
So many. And I've always kind of stuck by the theory that if there are alien species out there on another planet, it doesn't necessarily have to be technologically advanced humanoids with giant eyeballs and miniature chins walking around like an egg. It could just as easily be like a bacteria or worms or some sort of.
I think there's way too many galaxies and like universes and. Wait, it goes universe, then galaxies, and then solar systems, doesn't it? I believe something like that in the order of like size.
You're out of my
I don't know
league.
if there's
I have
more
no
than one
idea.
universe. I think there's one. The universe is the collective term, isn't it? I might be wrong. I did physics a very long time ago.
Yep, that's right. The universe.
But they say
is
there's like
everything.
an amazing, like incredible amount of galaxies.
Yes.
And then planets and solar systems. There's no way on Earth that we are the only people, like the only living planet.
No way on Earth, pun intended.
There's no way that we are the only like hospitable planet out there. But I don't buy into the whole like green little like skinny fingers and want to like take them up to their UFO like.
Yeah, who decided an alien would look like a human?
Exactly.
I mean, there must be like 3 or 4 billion different species on Earth alone.
Every time I think of the...
What if the alien looks like a cat? What if somewhere out there there's a planet?
Boys!
Yeah, somewhere out there could be a planet filled to the brim with cat-like aliens.
Oh, God. They scratch you.
You don't know that. They might have spades as claws.
God, that's an actual nightmare.
They could be underground
That's a dog
cats.
person. That's a nightmare.
They could be underground cats. Instead of having sharp claws to tear into prey, they could
How many
be
cups of coffee did you have this morning? Energy drinks did you have this morning, Terry?
Absolutely none.
Good. Okay.
I had 3 cups of tea, and I only have 4 sugars in my tea, so it's like 12.
Only 4?
Yeah.
Only 4 sugars.
So it's like 12 teaspoons of sugar for breakfast, basically.
Oh my God. No comment. Well, I had Shreddies. It's probably no better, so you know.
Oh, shreddies. See, if you're going to have shreddies, you need at least 4 or 5 tablespoons of sugar on there.
Why? No. That's so bad for you to start your day.
But...
yeah, but you're saying but because you have no valid response.
I have no valid response.
Exactly. It's such a bad way to start your day.
It works for me.
Might work, but it doesn't mean it doesn't you any good.
If it gets me out of bed, it's doing better than anything else does. In fairness,
I'm gonna get Jamie running in here, going, "Hold on!" He's gonna come and combat me. Sorry, Jamie.
Oh, we're going up on you. That was actually a fun show. I enjoyed
that as well.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Speaking of fun shows, Only Fools and Horses. The Harrison Lesser watch that originally made them into millionaires, the one that sold at Sotheby's for 6.2 million. Yes, 6.2 million quid. That has gone on auction That watch has
Oh,
gone on
really?
auction with a starting price of £15,000.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you're waiting for me to say 15 million, weren't you?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, that was a
Did
very.
anyone buy it?
I don't know.
It's got put in like a film, like a TV museum.
It might still be going on.
Oh.
I think there's
Let's start saving then.
there's a few. there's a couple of museums out there that have replicas of the watch.
Oh, replicas.
Replicas. But whoever buys this
I don't
one
remember that episode.
do you not?
Is that the actual thing that makes them millionaire?
That was if they could see us. No, it was Time on Our Hands.
Yeah.
Time on Our Hands, the one that actually made them into. Yeah, they found the watch. It was Raquel's dad found the watch in the garage. And
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I'm with you now. I'm with you.
Awesome. And I was at the auction, and it was like, yeah, that one, yeah. It was 29th of December 1996 was when it originally aired. The very first time it ever aired was on the 29th of December 1996, and it brought in an audience of 24.3 million viewers.
Wow.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
I know, right? 24.3 million people tuned in at BBC One,
Yeah.
BBC Four, ITV, BBC One. It was BBC One.
Yeah, I was just about to ask what it was. BBC One. I love BBC.
24.3 million viewers tuned in to BBC One to watch Del Boy and Rodney become millionaires.
Aww.
All the way back in 1996. I didn't know there was that many people in Britain. And
Yeah.
yeah. There were that many
That many
tellies
people.
back
Yeah,
then.
exactly. That many people had TVs.
In colour. Oh, well, what do you say? Do you want to throw on a few more tunes?
Yes, please.
Yes, Blaze. What have we got? We've got Lifted by the Lighthouse Family, which has been sort of indirectly requested by Anne, who's tuned in to Insanity Radio
Hello.
right now and already sharing photos of me lying on the studio
check out
floor.
my Instagram story.
Go
It's a
check
great
out
video.
Jade's Instagram story. It is
At Jade Thornton Music. Or you can see it on my Facebook as well, because it goes straight to my Facebook.
because she's put it everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's everywhere now.
You can't escape me, really.
Wait,
I'm everywhere. I'm like the plague.
yes. On that note, stick around to Insanity Radio 103.2.
If we were in, like, the 19th century, like the plague, because, you know.
The plague of the future.
The plague isn't, touch wood, such a thing anymore.
It could come back.
Oh, let's hope not. Why did you say that so hopefully?
What? The-
Oh, it could come back.
That was a scary amount of enthusiasm,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
could come back.
It could come back.
No, I can't give that kind of enthusiasm when, like, pizzas come into the door, not when you're talking about, like, plagues.
No, yeah, I was. Pizza. Oh, I'm
It's
there.
the only joyous thing I could think of.
I'm
right now.
there. Pizza. I'm good. Oh, I want pizza now.
I've had it twice this week.
Only
So
twice.
bad. Only twice. I did have it like 4 times in 1 week, but to be fair, I was in Italy, so you know that's the best excuse I can give myself.
Yes, that's.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I don't need an excuse. My excuse is it's pizza.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
fair.
love pizza.
I know. Oh, is it? Okay, yeah.
Problem.
I'm going to go fantasize about pizza while we listen to a song.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one, this one. There we go.
Hello, this is Roger Moore, and you are listening to Insanity on 103.2 FM.
When I was younger, I saw my daddy cry and curse at the wind. Broke his own heart as I watched as he tried to reassemble it. My mama swore she would never let herself forget. That was a day that I promised to never sing of love. If if it does not exist. But darling, you are the only exception. 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 Maybe I know somewhere deep in my soul the love never lasts. We've got to find other ways to make it alone. Keep a straight face. I've always lived like this, keeping a comfortable distance. But up until now I have sworn to myself that I'm content with loneliness. But none of it was ever worth the risk, 'cause you are the only exception. 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 I've got a tight grip on reality, but I can't let go what's in front of me here. I know you're leaving in the morning when you wake up. Leave me with some kind of proof it's not a dream. Whoa. 'Cause you are the only exception. 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 Nice. That's a new cover, that is.
That is a new
That
cover.
is busking.
Jade Thornton, everybody. Check her out on Instagram, check her out on Facebook, check her out on YouTube.
Bit of classic Paramore.
A bit of classic Paramore.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, boy.
Jade Thornton Music on Facebook. On YouTube, it's Jade G Thornton 99.
99. Yeah, boy.
And on Instagram, it is at.
Jade Thornton Music.
Is there a at?
Yeah.
There's a at.
Well, yeah, you just type in.
You just type
If you just type in Jade Thornton into Google, if that's what you're about,
Yes.
it all comes up, you know.
Everything comes up.
Even my SoundCloud. SoundCloud.
I think I think I've tried SoundCloud and Mixcloud.
Mixcloud? What the hell is
Mixcloud.
that?
Mixcloud is another thingy, just like a soundy cloudy kind of thingy.
That's a thumbnail for you there.
And it,
Mixcloud, what is that?
oh, if only the camera was on you at that moment, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, boy.
I think I used it to upload one kind of audio poem that I'd written.
That's cute.
And
I actually tried my hand at poetry once.
the quality of it was like really grim.
Why?
It was just it just compressed it way too much. It compressed it so much it sounded kind of like a old school mono radio kind of
Googling
thingy.
myself.
It was scary.
Oh, no.
I know. Yeah. I
299 plays on Only Me on SoundCloud. How solid is that?
smooth.
Solid. Thanks, boys.
Solid. Anyway, let's do this bit, shall we? We were listening to On Top of the World by Imagine Dragons.
On Top
Before
of the
that, we were listening
World.
to Lifted by the Lighthouse Family. You're listening to Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. I'm White Shadow. This is Jade Thornton. I'm finally there. 3 minutes later.
Sorry.
3 minutes. That were my fault.
I like to talk.
I got distracted.
You do.
I got distracted. You was playing music, and every time you play music, I just get lost in a world of my own. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, today is the 16th of September.
Mm-hmm.
It is Sunday, which means
On this day?
there are only 100 days left until Christmas. I know, right? The countdown has officially begun. Just 100 days. Just 100 days.
Stop. Oh my
Christmas.
God. At least let it be Halloween first, and then you can do that.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Then you could do that.
Okay. Well,
It's almost Halloween. You've only got a month and a half left.
I know I'd come up with a brilliant idea of being a scary Santa for Halloween.
Come on. No.
Torn and tattered and bloodied Santa outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could have a sack over his shoulder with an arm sticking out of it.
Oh,
It could be so fun.
that's grim.
It could be so fun.
Last year I worked on Halloween.
Oh,
I used to go busking the weekend before Halloween because, you know, people just like...
in costume.
I'm already in a good enough costume in my own clothes.
Yes, the torn jeans look.
Oh, I could go busking. Oh, this is... Oh, no, that might sound a bit offensive. I was gonna say, I won't say it. I'll say it. I corrected myself before I was going to say it.
On this day in 1906, the Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen discovered the magnetic South Pole.
Ah.
I know, right?
Aha. Not the north as well.
Not the north as well, no.
okay.
It's
Thought
a
you'd
job
do
to
that
get from one
in
end to the other. That would be an achievement, though, wouldn't it? I discovered everything. I discovered the top.
I thought you were talking about magnets.
Magnets?
As in, like, north and south.
No.
Okay, sorry, yeah, that's a logical thing. Carry on!
In 1940, the first Luftwaffe attacks on central London. In 1947, John Cobb sets the world auto speed record at 394.2 mile per hour.
I can barely get to 50.
Might have had a slightly different vehicle to yours.
Yeah,
Slightly.
maybe.
In 1977, Ringo Starr released Drowning in a Sea of Love. 1978, filming on Monty Python's Life of Brian film began.
Oh.
Ooh,
Filming began, okay.
The filming began.
Okay.
In 1983, on this day, Arnold Schwarzenegger became a US citizen officially.
Oh, that's cute.
It's cute. And in 1999, on this day, the Veronica Channel in the Netherlands began their very first ever season of Big Brother.
You know they're getting axed.
They're getting sacked, they're getting axed.
Yeah.
They're getting axed, yes. They're getting...
I've never heard such great news.
That's
I honestly, I strongly dislike it.
Well, they're getting axed by Channel 5. They were originally on
They'll
Channel 4.
get picked up by like Channel 4 again.
They were on Channel 4, and Channel
BBC
4 was like,
Three or
okay,
something
bored with
like
it
that.
now. And then Channel 5 was like, we'll take it. And then they did a few seasons, and now they're Channel 5's like, okay, we're bored now.
I've
and they're
heard
dropping it.
axed for good.
It's axed for good by Channel 5.
Yeah.
By
I
Channel
really
5.
hope they just get axed for good. Full stop.
But there's already rumour going around inside and outside of that community that they're going to be picked up by
That
another
whole
channel.
thing with the whole like Roxanne Pallet and stuff, that was just
I have paid absolutely no
Have you
attention
not?
to it whatsoever.
I've paid the least amount of attention I've tried.
I kind of got the idea from like one or two tweets that gave me the impression.
Was it a
of what-
false accusation?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's all I know. I haven't seen any of it, so I don't know how false it was or
Yeah.
how unfalse it was or how I don't know
I haven't
anything.
seen any clips or anything.
It's,
but-
I think definitely worse things have happened and definitely better things have happened.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
so it's not something I was going to get hooked on.
Yeah, me neither.
but
I was just like, it was so hard to avoid because it was just
everywhere. I know.
I was like, just stop talking about it now. You're just feeding the media flame.
Yeah, I know. I just
Pouring petrol
I
on the
don't
media
usually
fire.
pick up much news information until recently. The last bit of official news I actually heard was Michael Jackson has just died.
I mean, every time you turn on the news, it's just like somebody's died or somebody's attacked someone. It's so horrible.
I know. But that's because
So
that's because it reels in viewers. People.
But I also saw a news thing the other day of an Amazon delivery guy. Somebody wasn't home, so he just takes a few steps back, and he chucks the Amazon parcel onto their upper balcony.
Yeah.
Throws it onto another floor.
That's how most of my
what if
parcels
they
get
ordered
delivered.
China plates? Yes.
I know. This is why my glass lanterns had to be refunded because
Why are
of
you making
delivery.
that sound like that's a good thing?
It's-
If I want something fragile from an online store, I want it to be handled with care.
I have had a microphone thrown
No!
10 foot in the air onto my
It
balcony.
better have been like a Shure SM58 or 7 because they are durable as hell.
Oh no! When I opened the parcel, it was in 3 pieces.
You complained, right?
There was the handle, there was the top, which was like almost
You
flat
complained?
at this point. I complained.
Where do you stand on complaints to
Where-
companies?
Where do I stand
Or
on
like
them?
if you're in a restaurant,
as
do you
close
go
to-
for it or do you back away?
It kind of depends. If it kind of depends on the situation. If there's something they've genuinely done wrong, I will pull somebody aside and say
Okay.
I have an issue with this.
Let me pose this to you, right?
I tend to
Yeah.
always make every complaint official. I don't tend to just
Good.
say there's a slight problem, mumble. Can you
Good.
fix it
No,
kind
that's
of thing.
good. I agree with
Everything I want to make sure it's recorded in writing, passed on to the significant departments to help make sure it doesn't happen again, or to make sure it
Yeah.
gets changed or something like that. If I'm going to complain, I will do it properly through the system, through the book, so
Good.
it is recorded, so the whole company knows it happened.
But I've done that before, and I've got not that I'm looking. I'd be lying if I said that. I am looking for compensation because I was in a restaurant chain. Won't mention any names. I was once on 3 occasions. First occasion, I was humiliated by one of the waiters. Second occasion, I asked for a pizza with no cheese, no chilies, because we were having a set menu and the only pizza they had chilies on it. It was like a margarita but with chili, so I was like, I don't want any chilies, and it came back with no cheese. No cheese. And I was like, I'm not vegan, I asked for no chilies. And they were like, oh, ever so sorry. They come back, same pizza, and they just like quickly grated cheese on top and stuck it in the microwave, and the pizza was wet and soggy. So I was not happy with that at all. Third occasion, they mucked up our booking. This was on Mother's Day, so we had to find elsewhere.
Wow.
And when we were on the way out, the woman was like,
Don't order the chicken. It came out of the kitchen frozen.
and we were like, oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. I emailed them and I just got a sorry, and that was it. But what I do want to post to you, right, the other day, again, won't mention any names, went to a certain bowling chain, right? Mm-hmm. You probably guess, because there's not many.
I already know.
But yeah. I'm not mentioning any names.
Narrowed it down.
I went to a bowling alley. I had won a game of bowling. They had a competition going, and they said, blah, 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 blah. If this happens, click and you'll be entered into a draw. I won one of the draws. I won a game of bowling. It wasn't at my local bowling alley, so I had to trek to this bowling alley. And we were, granted, I will admit, we were 10 minutes late, okay? Mm-hmm. And we turn up and we're like, oh, we're a bit late. And she was like, okay, there's somebody already on your lane anyway. So I was like, okay. But then she was like, they've only got one more turn, so it'll only be like less than 5 minutes. We're like, cool. So we go and wait next to them. And this certain bowling alley was having works done on it. And we were right next to the construction. And we're like, okay, that's fine. So we bowl. And, oh no, we didn't even get to bowl. The lane shut down. It went black.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, it's only been like 5 minutes. And then a guy comes over and he's like, right, we're working on your lane. We can get you on a game of pool or a game of table tennis. Like, it'll be cool. We'll only be like 5-10 minutes. And then I was like, I was with my sister and I was like, it would be pretty useless if both of us were playing table tennis because like the ping pong ball the table tennis ball would just go everywhere. I can play pool, she can't. It would be,
Yeah.
No, not worth it. So like, okay, fine, we'll wait. Like 20 minutes, like 15-20 minutes goes by. The lane is still black. It lights up. Our names are there. We're like, okay, sick. Let's start playing. I bowl. I get 8 pins, and I'm like, whoop, whoop, trying to get my next 2 pins down. The lane shuts down again.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, you didn't pay for this, Jade. Stop. Like, come on. Stop. Okay, you don't have the right to complain. If you're listening, please tweet in. I'd really love to know what people think about this because I'm genuinely conflicted.
Yes.
Insanity Radio, yeah.
Yes.
And so I was like, okay. And we start waiting. The lane goes black, and then we see feet in the lane. Feet. And I was like, okay, they're still fixing it, right? I just want to get my 2 pins down. We see feet, and then it goes, and then it lights up again, and I see feet again, and then it lights up again, and I can see the person lingering, and then we get the manager come over, and she goes, "Are you waiting for other people?" We're like, I look up at the screen, you can see 2 names. There's 2 people here, and I was like, no. We're waiting for our lane to be clear. Oh, it's clear. And I was like, well, I can still see a member of your staff lingering behind the bowling alley. So I don't want to, like, break someone's foot, you know?
Yeah.
Because they go at speed. I was like, I don't want to break someone's foot. Oh, there's no one there. And I was like, because it's lit up before and then it's shut down. I want to get the all clear from you. Oh, it's fine. You just need to carry on bowling because there's people waiting. She was so abrupt. And I was like,
Wow.
okay, you need to reset our lane because you put a full set of pins down and according to this, I have 8 points. So you need to reset our lane. She goes, okay, and wanders off. We get about 6 or 7 frames in. It stops like momentarily and then starts back up again. So my sister was really thrown off. Like we didn't have a good game. This game had taken like 40 minutes to an hour for one game.
Wow.
And then we get about 6 frames in and it shuts down again for like 10 minutes. And I was like, this is insane. And I was like, and my sister was like, right, I'm going to go and complain. So we find this really lovely guy and he explained the situation and we were next to the construction. So he was like, this lane is having problems because it's next to the ones that are being working on. And in my head, I'm like, why did you put us here? If this is a problematic lane, why is it open?
Yes.
But because we hadn't paid for the game, we got no compensation. No free drinks, no nothing. I was like, I would have taken a free glass of like Coke. That I would have been fine with because you've wasted like 2 hours of my time.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he was like, oh, if you give me your name, I can give you 2 free games of bowling. And I was like, I'm not being funny, mate. I'm not coming back here in a hurry. It's out of my way and I'm not coming back here. And then another member of staff, this is the bit that really annoyed me. Another member of staff comes over with 2 drinks. And she goes, oh, these for you guys. And the member of staff we were talking to was like, oh no, they're for the lane behind. Because the lane behind us was having the same problems. But because they paid, they were getting free drinks, free food, free this, free that. And we were just sat there like,
Wow.
I still think they should value their customer service, you know?
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Do I have the right to complain because I didn't pay?
Yes, you do.
I didn't complain in the end because I was that, like, I just walked out. I was like, this is ridiculous.
No, see, I totally think you have every right to complain under those
I know
circumstances.
I would have got nothing back, though, because I didn't pay for it. I won the game.
But they'd have been aware of the complaint.
Yeah.
Somebody higher up would have been aware of the issues you had.
But it's such a big chain that they don't care.
No, they don't.
Don't
Yes.
care.
Exactly, I agree.
If I've learned anything from
100%.
working in big franchises, they don't care.
I agree with that 100%.
sounds so
I
bad.
really wish I could be neutral and
Yeah.
you know, defend
Yeah,
them but it's just, one
That's why
customer
you should
against the
value small
millions they
businesses.
get. Yes, value small businesses.
Go to your small businesses.
They
and buy
are the
stuff from
future.
them.
All these a lot of big franchises are really starting to struggle now.
Yeah.
So many big chain stores are starting to close down. We've seen Pound World disappear recently.
Etsy. Go on Etsy.
Home
Etsy's
base
great.
is starting to fall to pieces slowly
Yes.
but
It's
surely.
Bunnings.
Bunnings.
Changed it now.
Yeah.
My local home base is gone. They were bought out by Bunnings.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Woo.
Bunnings, it's Australian. Yeah, it's Australian. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an Australian company that bought out Homebase in the first place, wasn't it? And interesting. And
Yeah.
there's so many big chain stores. So Tesco's are making cutbacks and other, it's just start focusing on the small
But
businesses.
I don't know how places. I know this is gonna. I know people disagree with this, but I don't know how places like John Lewis and the more expensive chains are surviving than those places like Aldi and Lidl.
Yeah.
I understand that, you know, if you go from what I can only understand when it comes to like meat and stuff, and I know that the more you generally, the rule of thumb is the more you pay for meat, the more higher percentage you get. It's the general
As
rule
a
of
general
thumb.
rule, yeah.
You get the you know what you're buying instead of them having to bulk up the burgers with like
factory
God knows what.
processed
Yeah,
micro
exactly.
chickens. Yes.
But there's places like I bought a massive bag of popcorn, and I'm talking like huge, in Aldi for 79p. Mm-hmm. And you can buy a bag that's 3/4 of the size and not necessarily as full. This other one was like, there was like no air in it. It was full of popcorn.
Yeah.
And I bought a smaller one for £1.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? It baffles me. It really baffles me.
Right, so this is why I think places like John Lewis do tend to do so well, because they charge a premium for their clothes, for their brand. They only need to sell 1 pair of jeans a week, and they're making up for the 12 pairs that Aldi has to sell. Yes,
That is a good point. That is a good point.
I'm pretty sure no matter what quality the jeans are at, the production costs are got to be about the same. It can't cost much more to produce a pair of John Lewis jeans to what it does a pair of George from Asda jeans.
Jeans
George
is a
from
very specific one for me. I think the more you bet.
Your jeans come with at least 20% off.
Shush! I'm actually not wearing ripped jeans today.
I know.
I'm not.
I noticed
it's
that.
It's a camera me. Look, no rips.
This is how you know winter's coming.
Rips. No rips. Usually Terry's like, oh god, I got rips everywhere. No rips today. I've got clean, normal person jeans on.
You know, the funny thing is I don't even have a problem with it. I just enjoy it.
You just like to take the mic.
Yeah. Oh, right, well, shall we throw on a few more tunes?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this.
Oh, you played this one before. I love this. I love this one.
You had my heart, and we'll never be a world apart.
Give people what they want, you know.
Give people what they want, including Shotgun by George Ezra.
Yes.
Before that, we were listening to Umbrella by the Baseballs, which Jade got so hyped about.
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
It's a great song by Rihanna anyway, but in that style is amazing.
I know the Baseballs have a YouTube channel. They've covered so many of these things with that classic style. That's sort of it's a classic rock kind of
Nice.
Elvis Presley style thing, isn't it? The Baseballs sort of.
Love
it. They've got. Check them out on YouTube. They've got so many covers they've done. Umbrella is still my favourite though. It's still my favourite.
It's amazing. I love it.
I know. And of course, Obadiah Parker. You've heard the Billie Jean cover by Obadiah Parker. And Wonderwall by Ryan Adams.
So good.
Some of the acoustic covers I've
I love when people really take a song like apart
yes.
and then put like that Billie Jean cover.
Recreate it. I know.
But people some people just slow songs down. Me. And then I know a musician and somebody in the comments was like, slowing songs down does not make it your own. And he was like, yeah, I agree.
Oh wow! I think any cover, a cover doesn't necessarily have to entirely recreate the entire song.
Yeah.
Sometimes
lazy.
different instruments and a different style of vocals is enough to recreate the song in itself. Mm-hmm. I mean, most people who cover you tend. I'm going to risk offending a few people here, but you tend to cover songs that were created by somebody with some digitized synthesizer, cods trollop kind of stuff. Your cover sounds so much better because you're using real instruments. You have not been auto-tuning your voice when you start singing.
No, I agree.
And you're covering songs that have had auto-tune to make them sound this good.
I think the most...
Just know.
Because I play the Fleetwood Mac, The Chain. Down, 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 down. Oh, I feel so bad because every time I play it, when I don't do the... sorry! Because I just do that.
We had a studio once.
I'm sorry. I just do that. And I was like, if you don't love me now, I can never love you again. I can still hear you saying we would never break the chain. And I just do that. And everyone's like, where's the thing? I was waiting for the Formula 1 thing. That one, I don't know the rest of it. That. I'm so uncoordinated when it comes to that stuff in guitar.
Uncoordinated.
No, I've had like 3 middle-aged men come up to me in the past week going, where's the Formula 1 bit? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But no, I do like taking songs that are like Dua Lipa, New Rules.
Yes.
One, pick up the phone. Yeah, that one sounds good on an acoustic guitar. Dua Lipa again. Scared to Be Lonely. I like playing that one on guitar. And like Anne-Marie songs as well. I think they just sound better on acoustic guitar.
And ABBA, apparently.
Yeah, I love ABBA.
Especially Mamma Mia.
I've said that before. I've got the cards up. I might play it. What did I... Oh, I covered a Bring Me the Horizon song.
Nice.
Called Drown. Could play it for you if you want.
I still want to hear Mamma Mia again.
You want to hear Mamma Mia?
I want to
Okay,
hear Mamma
play
Mia.
that. All right, okay.
I wanna hear Mamma
But yeah,
Mia.
I actually nicked the rendition off of 5 Seconds of Summer because they're my favourite band. And they did a live lounge of it, and it was really good. And I played it at one of my, like, graded concerts in a school. And all the boys were like, ugh. And I was like, yeah, sorry.
Just
Do you want me to play Mamma Mia?
Oh, do you want? Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, actually, carry on talking. I might just tune up.
Okay.
That sounded really bad.
Okay, yeah, so on this day, let's do that. On this day, 5 years ago, the number one UK song was
Oh, yeah.
Raw by Katy Perry.
5 years ago.
5 years ago, Raw,
Do you wanna-
Katy Perry.
Up first. Done that segue now.
Number one song 10 years ago on this day was Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon.
How many years ago?
10 years ago.
10 years ago?
10 years ago.
No way.
Yeah, way.
That's insane.
The number one song in the UK on this day 15 years ago was Where Is the Love by the Black Eyed Peas.
People killing, people dying, children hurt me here. I really want to cover that song, but it's got a rap in it, so I never do it.
Oh, just skip the rap bit. Just make it an acoustic. Just make it an instrumental.
Why isn't the camera on you right now?
It's,
Do you want me to play?
as a number one song 20 years ago today was Millennium by Robbie Williams. It's all yours.
Okay. I might have to scroll like halfway through it. Let's put auto scroll on. For those, I'm just using the tabs because I only learnt like the first verse for Instagram. I've been cheated by you since I don't know when. So I made up my mind, it must come to an end. Look at me now, will I ever learn? I don't know how, but I suddenly lose control. There's a fire within my soul. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. One more look and I forget everything. Whoa, Mamma Mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist ya? Mamma Mia, does it show again? My, just how much I missed ya. Yes, I've been broken hearted, blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go? Mamma Mia, now I really know. My, I can never let you go. I've been angry and sad about the things that you do. I can't count all the times that I've told you we're through. And when you go and you slam the door, I think you know that you won't be away too long. You know that I'm not that strong. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. One more look and I forget everything. Oh, Mamma Mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist ya? Mamma Mia, does it show again? My, just how much I missed ya. Yes, I've been broken hearted, blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go? Mamma Mia, now I really know. My, I should not have let you go. Let's leave it there because I don't know the rest of it.
That was, never would have guessed. It was just, that's the perfect ending to that cover. Right there.
Yes, I've been broken hearted. Love that song.
It's a mess. Oh, isn't that a cover of covers? I'm just checking messages because everybody's
Love that
decided to.
You know that bloopers video I did? I had 26 minutes of footage.
What?
26 minutes of footage to cut down to a minute.
Wow.
Yes.
That really should have been a 26-minute video.
You wouldn't want to have seen that, trust me. Trust me.
I got a message into the studio from my dad, who's listening in right now.
Oh.
He said, "Great version. It's nice to hear real music." It's everybody. So a couple of weeks ago, when you were here and you didn't play a song, I got so many messages in from people saying, "What's the point of me tuning in if Jade's not going to play?" Everybody who tunes into this show absolutely loves your covers.
You're
they
welcome.
do.
Thank
And
you.
that's, yeah, I really want to do a Jade Thornton show. Just 2 hours of
I probably could.
no music, no music on a system. Just you.
I'm so bad
and
for my
me.
own voice, though. I'm such an unprofessional musician.
And
People are like, I play for half an hour at a time, then I have like a 45-minute break. I'll just play for 2 hours straight. One day I'm just going to crack and my voice will be gone. So cherish it while it's here.
Oh,
It sounds really obnoxious, but if you like it, cherish it while it's here.
yes.
Should probably look after it, to be honest, but
I remember a while back, another performer that I absolutely love, Ollie. You know Ollie Emmett, isn't
Yes.
it? Yes, he was. I can remember a while back he was posting.
he was suffering from a lot of
on
vocal
Facebook.
problems.
He was suffering with a lot of vocal problems. He was visiting the GP, and the GP was saying you just need a bit of rest. And
I
it
don't
was,
know what I'd do if that happened.
it was
I'd get my
going
amp
on
sorted
and
if that
on.
happened.
Yeah. Oh, how is your amp? Is it? Have you got?
Questionable.
It's questionable.
It's so temperamental. One day it's like perfectly loud and I'm like, this is great. Then the next day I have to turn everything up and it's still not loud enough. I'm
wow,
like,
that's not good.
But I can compensate with the microphone, so I just crank the microphone up because the microphone works fine.
That makes sense.
It's really annoying.
That makes sense. In about 10 minutes, we're going to be starting to think about exiting the studio to go do other stuff. So what do you say we throw on a couple more tunes and then come back for a bit of an outro?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Whoop, whoop. Next we have got 3 of the tracks from the number 1 in the UK charts over the past 20 years.
Yeah.
So stick around.
Excited.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make
Where is the Love by the Black Eyed Peas. Before that we had Raw by Katy Perry. And we're quickly moving towards the end of the show. And that means you'd have to tune in again next week.
Yeah, boy.
Except you should tune in all the time anyway because it's Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. I am White Shadow and this is...
Jade.
You're getting so good at that now. I remember the first time I just dropped you right on the spot and I was just like, and you're like, well, Jade!
It's me.
It's getting to the point at the start of this. I used to tease you something rotten with we're not letting you know that the music's about to end and we're about
He does
to go
it all the
live.
time. It's so annoying.
But you're getting so used to it now.
Yeah, because you just stand there with a smile on your face, and I'm like, "Why has Terry stopped talking?" And then I'm like, "Oh, the music's about to stop." And he's like, 1 second. Literally 1 second.
Yeah, we're going live in 1 second. But now you're starting to catch me out.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
are.
of course I am.
You're starting to get good.
Starting to catch you, trying to catch me out.
I need to up my game.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I need to start skipping bits. I'll put it on a higher speed so it finishes sooner. Just as you think there's 15 seconds left.
You sound like a chipmunk, just for me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
just as you think there's 15 seconds left to go live, there'll be like 2. Oh, wow. Yeah, oh my God, the new term is starting in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks.
1 week.
1 week.
I don't know. I don't get any of that.
Soon.
Soon. Very
Soon.
soon, yes. Damn.
I thought it was the 24th. I thought the 24th
I've
was
no
going to be the
idea.
first week back.
I got no clue.
But I don't know because I don't study.
Me neither. I study at the School of Hard Knocks. Of life. School of Life.
I gave up learning way over a decade ago. I'm just here.
Me too.
I is what I is now.
Yes.
Yes.
He is what you is.
Yes. See, Jade says me too. I stopped learning a decade ago, and she's like,
That would make me 9 when I gave up on education.
new covers. She's learning like 1,000 times a week.
No, I'm not.
1,000 times a week.
Nowhere near as many covers as I should learn.
But you're doing a lot more than most people do. You are. I'm sure.
Debatable.
I'm sure.
Hey, debatable.
I'm sure.
Oh, pardon me.
Oh, pardon me. So will you be here next week, or have you got other plans?
At this moment in time, I will be here next week.
At this moment in time, you will be here next week.
Yes.
Okay, so Jade will be here next week at this moment in time.
Currently, I have nothing to do next Sunday.
It's got
is
one of
what the
those
answer to that is.
a tandem thing, kind
Yeah,
of
boy.
time traveling. So next week you'll see Jade here. Last week,
Stop! You're confusing me.
at this point in time next week.
I was so close to giving away a spoiler for The Cursed Child then.
Oh wow,
Oh, you have no idea. I went to see it yesterday. It was amazing.
The Cursed Child. I didn't even know it existed. I said this earlier on. I said I didn't even
amazing.
know The Cursed Child existed, and she was like, "It's like the eighth part."
It's amazing.
and
And
I
the
was
tickets
like-
were only £15.
I still thought there was only like 4 of them. I didn't realise there was another 4 after that. £15.
It's amazing.
Smooth.
And you get to see 2 shows. £15 each. Amazing. Absolutely 100%
Wow.
recommend it. If you're into the Harry Potter franchise,
Do it.
honestly, do it. They release tickets like every other week. Just get on, get a cheap ticket. Or if you want to splash out, but I'm not the person that splashes out. But yeah, do it. It's amazing. I walked away, I was like, that is art.
I've still only seen one of them because somebody
That's just
made
wrong.
me go and see
That's
it.
so wrong.
The only one I've ever seen wasn't even the first one, so I had no idea what was going on.
Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire? I don't know. I started going Scottish then.
Yeah, that's right. It was the Giblets of Fire.
Giblets of fire, yeah.
That's the only one I ever saw.
Harry!
And because I had no idea what was going on, I was like, what is a Giblet of Fire? Who's that funny guy that's come on making everybody gasp? Why are they chasing a ball and a stick? What is this?
It's art, that's what it is.
And I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm never watching another one ever again. That was not for me. And I stuck by it. But I didn't. I started from like the second one. Was the Giblets of Fire the second one?
I don't think
was it the third one?
It's like the third or the fourth one.
Let's see. That's what chance did I have of getting into something that I didn't even see the first 1 or 2 or 3 of them?
Well, you should have had to go at the person that made you watch the third one.
I should have done.
You should have been like, no, you've got to start me from the beginning.
I should have done, shouldn't I?
You really
Yes.
should have.
I should have done. But then, yeah. Oh, good times. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna draw the show to a close because I'm rambling now.
A mustache. Yes.
And I don't have a mustache.
A mustache. Going
Yes,
to a Q&A with Mrs. What's her name? Her real name is like Eloise Letifier or something like that. But it's Christine of the Queens. I love her so much. She is amazing.
Amazing.
She is the best. I love her so much. I'm going to be in a room with her this evening.
Yeah, a
I'm so
Q&A.
excited.
You're going to have a
Q&A
Q&A
with the Queen herself.
with the Queen herself. Wow.
Pun intended.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
How
Anyway,
excited are you?
So,
How excited?
11 out of 10.
How excited are you?
I'm so excited. What do you want from me, Tessa?
What do I want? How excited are you? Energy.
I did.
I don't know. I'm so excited.
I prefer muted energy.
So the more excited Jade is about something, the quieter she gets.
Really?
Yeah, I've noticed this. I've noticed it. It's just so excited. Other people's like, woo! And Jade's like, yes.
I conceal my excitement.
I can.
Really?
Yes.
That's who I was thinking.
Okay. Tune in again next week. Stay tuned today because later today Wade is going to be back in the studio and I'll be back next week, potentially with Jade this week, at this point in time next week, last week or something or other. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready, let's get ready, let's get ready to rumble. Watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic.